You good? You guys are just in the future.
Mm-hmm. I got you, Ben. Thank you. He's promoting our beaver niche over at Bubba's Live. That's why he was over there.
They will slide right out.
Bubba's at 623 UK.
They're so great.
And blow their mind with that, Bubba. Hey, Jessica, if it starts getting into it too deep, and like if we hit the 6-minute mark and no one's changed, I'm gonna pass it over to you, okay, Jess?
Perfect for teenagers.
All right.
Definitely perfect for their moms. They really are so good. Small bites, but really big on flavor and easy to grab and heat up whenever you need them. Well, friends,
well, it's almost 1:30. You can go with that.
I can hear that bug.
They're little, but they're loud.
Good evening, Spirit. My name is Mike. We come to you with respect. We mean you no harm. Before we get started, do need to make sure you know this. You're not allowed to attach yourself or touch Bubba, myself, Jessica, Aaron, Colleen, Katie, and whoever else is with them, as well as anyone in the chat. So, with that being said, are there any spirits here that would like to speak to us? And if so, Spirit, what is your name?
I'm refreshing chicken fried steak and making them medallion style. I'm changing
Be grateful.
pasta to 2.0.
Grateful of what, Spirit?
I'm putting a new spin on speedy summer
Life.
I am very grateful of my life, Spirit. What's your name?
Here we go. I'm cooking the
Miranda.
Miranda? What's your last name?
You may not know this, but I have written
Kramer.
cookbooks. So
Okay.
I thought it would be really fun.
And how old are you?
To dig into my cookbook archive and
22.
a few of my very
How did you pass, Miranda?
I'm going to start with the biggest classic of all. Let's face it, there's not much you can do to chicken.
Do you know how you passed away?
Make it any better than the original. But instead of
Don't know.
Do you know what year did you pass away, Miranda?
91.
More to the stories.
Miranda, did you have family?
Yes.
Were you married?
No.
Salt, pepper, paprika, and cayenne pepper. And when you're seasoning,
Hey, over here.
Miranda, do you have a message for the living that you want to tell us?
Be careful if you're a woman. A lot of mean people here.
How would you describe it? It's a comfort.
Miranda, were you unalived here by someone?
One of those things you can only eat about once.
My boyfriend's friend.
Your boyfriend's friend did it. Okay.
But it's just a country classic.
What's his name?
What I'm going to do is bread meat. So I have a little assembly
Jason.
line. For the chicken
Jason,
fried
do you know his last name?
I use cube steak, which
I
is
came
a
from a
regular
dark
kind of
place.
steak.
Okay.
Cube steak.
Do you know why he did it?
Steak that has been tenderized twice. It
Jealous.
goes through the tenderizer and then you turn it and tenderize it again. You can buy.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Already tenderized. So instead of big, huge pieces, I cut these
Matthew.
cute little medallions. So here's how it's
Do you remember his last name?
goes. H. Oh, first, sorry.
Mm.
I need to season
No.
the meat.
Did they ever catch Jason?
Into the seasoned flour.
No.
And I'll just do a quick little job here.
Is he still alive?
Ideally, season it on
Yes.
both sides. So you take the medallion and it's dry.
Do you see him?
It goes into the seasoned flour and then shake it off. Do a quick dunk into the egg and
Better question. Do you visit him and haunt him?
and then it goes back into the seasoned flour.
I can't.
And that is how you get that
You can't?
kind of thick
What stops you from doing so?
fried steak. It is a very messy process.
God.
You just have to embrace it
Okay,
and
yeah.
appreciate it.
Because you're not allowed to get revenge, correct?
Pieces of the round steak
Yes.
breaded. I'm going to keep
Okay.
going until all of this is.
Have you seen God?
No.
Are you on the steps waiting to go to heaven?
skillet or
Yes.
non-stick skillet, either way.
Yes.
And I have a mixture.
Do you see angels right now?
Because that
Many.
allows the oil
Many.
to be a little bit hotter.
Can you describe one of them?
If it was all butter, it would be smoky.
Curly hair.
Reflections to see.
2 seconds. So I'll just add one batch.
Face like a porcelain.
Kind of lightly breaded, nothing
Pretty.
too heavy. So I'll cook it on the first side, flip it over, finish cooking, then I'll remove the first
Like
batch,
the movies.
same thing.
Oh, yeah.
The rest.
Miranda, was Matthew there when you were hurt?
Yeah. Chicken fried steak medallion. But
No.
the chicken fried
No.
steak is only.
Does Jason still hurt women?
The gravy is
Yes.
really, really
Yes.
important. So I'm going to show you how to make classic cream gravy for chicken fried
I
steak.
was his
So I'm going to turn
fifth.
it off for just a second. And you use
You were his fifth victim?
of course.
Do you know what city he lives in?
So I'll turn the heat back on. And the first thing I'll do is sprinkle in flour. So there's really not a hard and fast formula for the
Miranda, does Matthew hurt women as well?
usually sprinkle in flour and then
No.
start whisking.
No.
And basically, you want to have enough flour to turn the mixture into
Miranda,
a paste. And
do you remember your parents?
basically for a minute or two until it
Nasty.
gets deeper in color.
Yes.
A lot of people are confused about chicken fried steak.
Do you visit them still?
But it's
Here and there.
Yeah.
But they're so far away.
They are far away?
All right, so the roux looks good.
Brazil.
I've got whole milk.
They're in Brazil.
And
Okay.
I start pouring it in, whisking as I go.
Okay.
And it can be a
Miranda.
little
Oh, crap. We're paused. Okay.
flour.
Miranda, I'm going to bring up my friend Jessica. She's going to ask you questions. Is that okay with you?
It'll start to get thin. There we go.
Così mama.
And then
I think he's changing anyways, Jess.
a little bit of salt.
We're
And
getting
don't
you
be
back.
alarmed at what you're about to witness. Lots of pepper. You gotta have a ton of pepper in any cream gravy. So now all you have
Hello,
to do
Spirit.
is
What is your name?
gravy. So I think it's just gonna take a couple
Martin.
minutes or so.
Mark. My name is Jessica.
Chicken fried steak
How-
medallions.
How are you?
Così
Oh,
no.
and I forgot.
Così mama.
Fine.
Made a batch of biscuits. So this is
What
how
happened to
serve
you, Mark?
Chicken fried steak, biscuits, and gravy. You can either make a sandwich out of it, or you can just do a little
Così mama.
kind of plate.
I was
You have to
abducted.
open up the biscuits. You cannot
You was
put the
abducted?
gravy on a whole biscuit.
By who?
You have to open them up. 3 pieces of chicken fried steak, and then this is what you want to see up close.
Get in the box.
Always a
It's too
big
much.
serving
I couldn't
spoon.
eat all that.
And this is what you
No, I
call
get in the box.
gravy
Get in
overall.
the box.
And I want you to see the biscuits
What?
and the meat underneath.
Martin, don't be trying to abduct my friend Bubba now. Back up.
Get in the
Seriously,
box.
the secret to life.
I mean no harm.
Chicken fried
Okay,
steak,
well, you still can't touch Bubba.
mini
What are you
biscuits.
here for?
Get in the
Do you
box.
got something to tell us?
Get in there.
Doesn't get
Yes,
any
my
better.
mother,
Get in the box. Well, get in the
Debbie
box.
Way
Hughes,
too much pepper in it. But down south they don't like all that stuff.
No, I didn't
She
say
cries.
steak.
because
She's covered.
they never found my body.
Your little head's covered like a bride.
I'm sorry. Do you get to see your mom?
What is she doing?
Just looking at me
I
and looking at
visited her
stuff
in
in
the
the basket.
nursing home.
You want better than that?
Were you her only child?
Well, you better be.
Yes,
How old were you when you got abducted? Gregory.
They're throwing salami.
27.
I was gonna be in bed an hour ago. In the refrigerator.
How old is your mom?
Oh,
Does she know it's you when you come and see her?
she talks to me. But the nurses think that she has dementia.
Yeah, they like to say those kind of things.
You look at
Do you know where your body is?
She's just
Down
wandering
the
around.
stream,
what?
they took me from the bar dragged me in a burlap. They tossed me over.
Well,
I am down the stream. My body is in pieces.
Did you have a conflict with him at the bar?
I stole drugs.
You stole their drugs?
Yes.
Were you doing drugs or was you selling them?
I wanted to make a quick buck, so I took their stuff.
You
My
found out.
friend took me out. They let him live, but took me.
You learned the hard way that you don't take from people, right?
Yes.
Do you know what year it was when this happened?
Yes. 65.
For the next cookbook
1965?
recipe, diving into my old
Yes.
cookbook, come and get it. And
What state were you in?
My pantry. I'm making
Here,
Pantry
Jersey.
Pasta 2.0. It's based on one of my very favorite
Happened in Atlanta.
out of this world good.
You have been to Atlanta?
I ran here to my mom's house.
Use what you have.
They waited for me and took me.
So you were running from somebody from Georgia?
I've just been cooking some
From
onions and a little bit of olive oil.
Atlanta City.
I'm going to add
Oh, Atlantic City.
So the first thing is diced tomatoes, which I always have in my pantry.
Have you been to heaven?
And then I sliced up
That I thought was my
in
friend
my original recipe.
sold me out.
Parts from a can instead of parts of foam.
Yeah,
You can do
there's really no such thing as friends.
Look and see what you have. I've made this before with
I find out
olives and ooh, it's so good.
that before my death,
Another change from the original
I was
recipe.
still alive. I was stabbed 14 times.
I would add roasted red peppers from a jar.
All over my body. I could hardly breathe.
A little bit sweet.
They dragged my body.
Oh, these are so good.
I'm sorry.
All right, and
From
I'll
there
stir this around and
to here and tossed me over the bridge.
So you might notice that there's really
So you really just drowned it inside of the burlap bag?
Stuff is stuff that I
I
have
was
in the
almost
pantry at all
dead.
times. You can use chicken broth, beef broth, anything goes.
Did they even look for you at all?
Of course, onion and garlic are perishable,
Yes.
but it takes a long time for them to go south. So
For a
that's
week.
definitely a staple. All right, that is going to be good once it's.
Were you a troubled kid?
So I'm going to let
Why did
that
you
go,
stay in trouble?
and I'm going to put the
Yes.
pasta in. So another change.
My mother was a prostitute.
I'm doing bow tie here. In my old cookbook, I used fusilli, but that's the beauty
Well,
of
God will
pasta
forgive
as
you
well. You can
for
use
all your
whatever
sins.
you have. So I'm gonna let
And you and your mom
pasta
can be
cook
together again one day.
and the sauce cook. It's not
She
gonna
was
take too
a
long,
good
and then
woman.
we'll pull this
Those
beautiful
were
pasta
hard
together.
times. She had to do what she had to do
All right.
to make
This
sure
sauce is looking
that I had
delicious
everything.
so far. It's just
Where was your dad?
dreamy. Now, to make it even more dreamy,
He
add some sun-dried tomatoes.
left her when I was one.
Serious flavor. I'm adding it right at the end.
So you never knew him?
Pantry pasta recipe just called for regular traditional pesto, but of course celebrate your pantry shelves with any kind of jarred pesto.
Are you here with
I
us?
think I added a little too much of the chilies, so we will see how spicy it is.
He just said someone's coming and they see something down the path. His alarm's going off.
Raise your hand if you like noodles.
All right. Yeah, it looks like y'all shit out of luck if something's coming.
All right.
Yeah, right?
Verify, just dip right in. I have never
Just kidding.
made this pantry pasta with any kind of pasta.
Can't help y'all.
Whether
I holler help for y'all.
bucatini, you can even break lasagna noodles into little.
I feel like someone ran up to me right here.
Nobody ran up to you. Kate got up right as you were ending and walked over because they saw something. As you just said someone's coming and pointed that direction. They said they saw 5 sets of eyes, all different heights.
Huh?
They said they saw 5 sets of eyes, all different heights.
There was a spirit beside you though the whole time that kept cutting the light on, and you kept kind of like looking over to your right.
Yeah.
I heard it like dun 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 dun, and it stood right here.
The lantern kept going off like crazy.
And sprinkle of parm and corn basil leaves.
Do you have my flashlight?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead and give the rundown.
Okie dokie. Just hold on a second. I'm going to close this door. Oh, right. Okay. While you were setting up, the music box went off just the once. And again, while you were going under, the music box went off just the once. Mike started off this Estes. When asked what the spirit's name was, the first thing that came through was you said, "Be grateful of life." And the bell went off. So Mike asked again what the name was. And the name we got was Miranda Kramer. The bell then went off again. She was 22 years old. The music box went off. She said she doesn't know how she died, but she died in 91. Then the Spirit Talker app said more to the stories, and then the bell went off. She had family, but was not married. Then the Spirit Talker app said, "Hey, over here." Her message was, "Be careful if you're a woman. A lot of mean people here." She was killed by somebody named Jason. And then the Spirit app then said, I come from a dark place. Her boyfriend, Matthew, she didn't remember his last name. They never did catch Jason. He's still alive. She cannot visit or haunt him because God stops her from doing that because he does not allow her to get revenge. She has not seen God. She is on the steps leading up to heaven. She sees many angels there. And the Spirit Talker app says reflections deceive. She described one of the angels she saw as having curly hair, face like porcelain, pretty like in the movies. Her boyfriend Matthew wasn't there with her when she died. But Jason still hurts women, and she was his 5th victim. Matthew does not hurt women. The Spirit Talker app then said nasty. She remembers her parents and visits them here and there, but they're very far away in Brazil. And then the bell went off. Mike then asked permission if Jess could come in and ask questions. And there was no answer, but then you went into a shift, so it worked out. The name we got with Jess asking the question was Martin, and he's fine. He said he was abducted, and then the music box went off. At this point, Jess had to remind him that he can't touch you. His mother's name is Debbie Hughes. She cries because they never found his body. He visits her in the nursing home. He was an only child. Spirit Talker app then said Gregory. He was abducted at 27 years old. His mom is old. She talks to him. The nurses blame it on the dementia. The Spirit Talker app then said Florence. Then he started to say his body is down the stream. He was taken from the bar, dragged in burlap. They tossed him over. He is in pieces.
It's scary here.
He stole drugs, wanted to make a quick buck, so stole their stuff. A friend of his ratted him out. They let the friend live, but took him out. The music box went off. This happened in 1965 and happened here in Jersey. Then the bell went off 2 times in a row. Spirit Talker app then said among friends. So he ran from Atlantic City to his mom. They brought him here. His friends sold him out. He found out about his friends selling him out before he died. He was stabbed 14 times. He could hardly breathe. He was still alive. They tossed him over the bridge. He was almost dead. They did look for him for over a week. He was a troubled kid. His mother was a sex worker. The music box went off, and then the bell went off 2 times. He said she was a good woman. She did what she had to do just to make sure he was taken care of and had what he needed. His dad left when he was a year old. The music box went off. The spirit box said celebrate, and then the bell went off, and then your alarm went off, and you came out of Estes.
So the idea here is that you start with the veggies that take the most time, and then you kind of move it out and add the veggies that.
Yeah, someone said it was like Jason had 5 other victims.
Yes, she was his 5th victim, and he is still out there hurting women.
And dropped it off, and the guy called me a couple days later, and he said, I'm just wondering, what do you do with this camera?
But did not have a last name for Jason.
Like grease and cheese and flour inside.
Yeah, that was really sad, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, now I'll push the corn out.
God, it's so unfortunate. Some of these men, sometimes, I swear to God, I don't want to, sometimes I just don't want to be associated as one. I just don't want to be associated as one that's a piece of crap. Let's just say that.
Yeah, so there was 4 other victims because she was his 5th.
Which is insane, and she said he's still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. Ugh, people like that.
They do say that over 800 people a year go missing in the Pine Barrens.
That's insane. 800. What's the acreage of Pine Barrens? It was like
over a million acres.
Okay. Yeah, statistically, I guess that's very, very possible. That's insane. Well,
if you think about it, over a million people go missing a year here in the U.S. alone.
And what's crazy is how much of that is a part of can you talk about traffic? Let's just say there's traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much of that is part of
here in the U.S. alone? You know, they think that other countries are dangerous. We're one of the top countries that most people go missing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Here in the U.S.
All you ladies, be very, very careful, okay? Be very, very careful.
Why do you think we choose the bear?
Yeah, well, me, I tend to work out a lot and try to get big so nobody tries to attack or steal me. I don't think they want me. Although my dance moves are phenomenal, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Exactly why I carry curls.
That's right.
That's right. I carry a slingshot.
Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry to hear that.
And then I always like to go over one last time.
Always carrying.
If y'all hear, I go get
Yep. Always choose the bear.
If y'all
Go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry.
I said, if y'all hear that I go missing, y'all just know them motherfuckers was tired when they took me when they got me.
Really?
Then M&P Shield. That's how I roll.
Right.
Oh, in Florida, you got the concealed carry in Florida. So, and being a veteran, all I had to do was send off my DD-214, and I get automatic concealed carry with the application fee.
Yeah, we don't have that here in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're in Canada.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very,
Yeah.
very sorry. Sorry, you
Yeah.
don't have that. You have those cops with those hats, those cute Mount Me hats.
Oh yeah, those are like our highway guys. Those are like
Yeah, but why do they call them
like
Mount
the
Me
RC
hats?
Mountie,
Mount Me.
because
What?
they're the Royal Mounted Police.
It's a lot different than when I got pulled over because he said it was a Mount Me hat.
Yeah.
I didn't get a ticket though.
I got pulled over in Alaska. He was driving a moose.
Well, Alaska is in the U.S.
Yeah.
So
Makes
they
sense.
don't have any Mounties there.
Yeah, no, he had a moose. It had sirens and everything.
I actually had a moose live in my yard all last winter.
That's kind of cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of cool, but dangerous as hell.
It
But
was
kind of cool.
Mike.
It did not care. It quite enjoyed being there.
No, Mike, if you ever go to Alaska, bro, to Anchorage, Alaska, there's a little bar there by the biggest gas station there is there. Go to the right side. There's a bar, right? His name is Joey. I'm telling you, bro, he will take you for a moose ride.
You know what's funny is last summer I was supposed to go on a hunting trip up in Alaska, but it was going to be way too long, and I didn't feel like driving all the way up to the Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle? Yeah, Arctic Circle. And I'm not a fan of the cold, so there's that.